Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. Just a little update on what's been going on with Aptera this week. On Tuesday, Aptera had a little get-together at lunchtime on Tuesday. It was at the Summit Lounge, and it was a Taco Tuesday. And basically, they had a group, which I think is like a private equity group or a hedge fund or something, some large investor that was trying to decide if they wanted to give them enough money to get to production. They wanted to meet them, the Aptera team, and they had invited a few people by email. One of our community emailed me and asked me if I had been invited, and they forwarded me the email that they got. I had not been invited. So I figured that they asked large investors in the accelerator program if they wanted to join them, and I'm not a large investor. And so I asked Doug Crockford, who's my benefactor, who's like letting me um, buy one of his launch editions, if he had been invited, and he had not been invited, although I know for a fact that he's a large investor. So I thought what they were doing was inviting large investors that are close to Carlsbad. And that's what I thought was happening. And I don't know if that was the case or not. But anyway, a few people were invited. And I think that not enough of them could make it. So like the night before on Monday, if you watched Aptera's Instagram, they had a call out that like if they had 10 spots left, and if you called them, they could get you in. I fortunately or unfortunately, depending on the way you look at it, have a day job, so I really couldn't make it during the day. But looked like a nice event. And you can see here they had Luna and Soul at this event. And if you look carefully at the video, it looks like Chris Anthony, Audra Leslie, and Quincy Hilla were there. And I think Chris McCannon and Steve Fambro are over at DriftX. So that's how like the team was split up. And yeah, here's like a quick perusal. And yeah, that is Quincy there in the green. And there is Chris Anthony. And yeah, so if you look at this, here's Audra over here. Um, and I think, I'm not sure, but there's a gentleman here right there. I don't know if that's Michael Johnson or not. He's one of the co-founders of Aptera, and I don't know if he was there. But basically, a lot of people were there, and I think they were trying to have a little event and rub shoulders and get this group to invest in Aptera to try to get them to production. I don't know what the outcome of that was. Hopefully, it was good, but not sure. And then the other thing I realized, just a funny thing is when I looked at them, that they're being followed by Jared Campbell. And I thought that was just kind of interesting. This is Jared Campbell. Jared Campbell is a very well-known ultra runner. And he's famous mainly because he's finished the Barkley Marathons 3 times, which is the most of any human being on the planet. And the other cool thing about him, and here's the picture of the latest Barkley Marathon. If you guys don't know what the Barkley Marathon is, it's considered the hardest race in the world. And I think only like 30 some people have ever finished it. Most years, no one finishes it. This year, several people finished it. This is Jared Campbell. And this year, the exciting thing was the very first woman ever to finish the Barkley Marathon, finished the Barkley Marathon. And that was Jasmine Paris. And Jasmine Paris finished with 99 seconds to spare. And the cool story that goes along with this is that at the end, Jared Campbell was just ahead of her on the last lap. And you can choose which direction to run the last lap. And the clockwise direction is considered to be significantly easier than the counterclockwise direction. And Jared Campbell let Jasmine choose the clockwise direction, which probably was instrumental in her finishing, because I think she would have finished, but she might not have finished it might have taken an extra 99 seconds to finish, in which case she wouldn't have finished. Anyway, I'm kind of a little ultra marathon fan, so I thought that was very interesting that Jared Campbell, who is basically a really cool guy, is following Aptera, which I did not realize, but very interesting. And then also the other thing that's going on with Aptera is they are at DriftX. And if you guys remember, DriftX is in Abu Dhabi at the Yas Marina Auto Circuit. And so today is their second day. And then tomorrow, there's this thing called the Abu Dhabi Autonomous Racing League, which I thought was, I've never heard of this thing. But what it seems like is they're having basically what looks like Formula One race cars race around the Yas Marina circuit with autonomous drivers. So that's going to be interesting. I kind of want to keep an eye on that, because if they're actually racing multiple cars at the same time around a racetrack with a computer program, that's pretty interesting. But yesterday they had this, and today they have this going on. And what's different is when I looked at the DriftX website, Steve Fambro is listed as one of the speakers. So Aptera is getting kind of featured at this event, which is great. And here is the update from Aptera about how things are going. This is just a quick one from Chris McKinnon.
Hey Aptera fans, I just wanted to give you an update. We're here at DriftX at the booth. It's an awesome booth. Our team did a great job designing it, and we've been having a lot of important conversations with a lot of important people, so things are going really well.
Okay, so things are going well, and at least Chris McKinnon and Steve Fambro are over there. They took Gamma over there, and Luna and Sol were over at the Taco Tuesday event. So that's what's been going on this week. Hopefully what we find out is that they found some investors at DriftX, and maybe this group that was there down on Tuesday has decided to invest in Aptera. If they did, I expect that we will hear something in the next couple of weeks, and hopefully that's good news and we can get to the start of production. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day.